Turn the volume up and bang it out the truck now. Turn the volume up and bang it out the truck now. Turn the volume up and bang it out the truck now. Turn the volume up and bang it out the truck now.
Alright guys, so I went in game last night with a run and shoot offense using the Raiders against the Cardinals, and my whole entire purpose was to show practice what I've been preaching, to show just how important it is to use these base plays, to use the foundation. So if you watch, you'll see I never even set my audibles for gun spread. I never set my audibles for gun trips HP week. I only set my audibles for single back trips open and for pistol trips open left. And you'll see that's all I used in the game. I might have, no, I don't think I went to gun at all. Sorry about that. I just had to close the shutters in the office so I could see better. All right, so you'll see now, I see the box is light, so I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna run the trap. We got an unfortunate block shed. I know I can still run against that look. I'm gonna hurry it up. But I test them out. I'll use the same motion and I'll throw the rock. Because I know against this look, I can run any one of the three base plays. Any one of them. So I hit the drag, pick up the first down. Nothing serious, right? And you'll see, as a matter of fact, I don't even have in my starting running back. I don't have Josh Jacobs in. I have in the backup running back. And y'all gonna see he gonna run for 90 yards. Like, no problem. Look at the holes. Are we gonna hurry it up on him again? No? Okay. We take a minute, catch our breath. That's alright. But watch how much of the game I'm using these three plays. See, I do this motion over. There's one man outside of the box. I'm gonna ID him. I run his way. I actually cut that way a little too hard and a little too late, because I could have picked up bigger yardage had I cut it back inside after I got around him, but that's okay. Now we're gonna go to the bubble. See, we're gonna keep mixing it up, making him realize he gotta defend all this. And as long as we keep mixing in these three plays, we ain't gonna be stopped. And he was mixing it up. He was making it look like it was man when it was really a cover 3 sky, because I thought that was man just now. But that's okay, because I can run these plays against cover 3. I can run these plays against anything. It doesn't matter what your defense is. And you see my guys are a little gassed, so I'm just trying to see if I can get a little more blue on the field. So I'm actually going to go ahead. I know my running back's the one person still tired. I'm going to go ahead and throw the screen here. I'm going to throw the bubble screen unless I see a ridiculous defense. I had no intentions on running the rock. Just give the running back a few more minutes to rest up, you know? Because remember, to me, this is a run play. So if I throw this and pick up 4 or 5 yards, just the same, my running back was able to rest. All right, now he's putting a few more people in the box. Like, he's thinking about the run. And that's cool. Can we still run it? Absolutely. Do we have to? Absolutely not. So we're not going to. We're going to take advantage of the fact that there's more grass on the field for our receivers now. Here we go. Down at the 3. And now you see where I'm going. I'm going over the pistol trips left open, because y'all already know I like this at the goal line. I like this in the red zone. So we got our blocks. This fall forward thing that's happening in Madden now, that's my backup running back. This fall forward thing that's happening in Madden now makes it really easy. That's against Overstorm Brave. You see it? That's not a bad run, D, you would think. But the pistol trip slaps open. Telling you, it gets good blocking. You see your holes, you just push forward. You can pick up 3 yards. Now I'll talk y'all through the defense too if y'all want. I mean, I got nothing else I'm doing right now. Just taking my lunch break. So we're about to receive the kickoff. I'm about to kick the ball off. I'm sorry. We're not receiving it. I'm out here cheating. Alright. Oh, and look, this dude's a Cowboy fan. Red 94, Witten 82. A true Cowboy fan too. Those were Cowboys there. DeMarcus Ware and Jason Witten. Jason Garrett wasted their careers, but I won't get into that. So I'm gonna set up my coaching adjustments. If y'all see me play defense before, y'all know what I'm doing. Option defense, conservative, girls at 25. We're gonna play 4-6. I actually was a step slow making my adjustments here, so whenever that happens, the game always puts me in this big nickel over G defense, and I didn't want to waste the timeout. So I ended up having dude drive down the field on me, and by the time I finally did use a timeout, I think he was in my territory already. So that was foolish of me, but I usually, when that happens to me, I'm usually able to get a stop. So this was on me. This was on me being stubborn and not just taking that time out and getting into my 4-6, my base defense. Because I actually don't use B-Nog at all this year, yo. I don't know why not. I know it's good, but I get everything I need out of 4-6, 3-5 wide, and nickel normal for the most part this year. So did I call my timeout? He's at the 37-yard line, field goal range, but whatever. And then now what happens to me too, I got caught off my user, not this play, but I think the next one. So I never really got settled down on defense on his first drive, which is really bad of me. But the truth is, sometimes I come into games with these specific things on my mind that I want to focus on, and I know it kind of makes me lose focus on some of the other areas. So that definitely happened to me here. I was really focused on, my main thing was putting out an offensive game where I could just show, hey, this is the bread and butter, this is how we run it, So I know I done put up some plays before, and you'll see a little gun spread here and a little trips HB week and all those things. And there are opportunities to do that in this game as well, but I opted not to because I want to show it isn't needed, it isn't required, So absolutely mix those things in. Absolutely use them, when you want, where you want, how you want. Run your offense however you feel. However you feel. I mean, if you use those things more than I do, that's great. If you use those things more than you use this, that's great too. But I just want to show you the offense that I've given you can run just like this and can win. So look, I got beat there. And he did a good job with a bunch of routes crossing the field. So my user would have had to choose anyway. So had he made his read right, he would have gotten a touchdown there because my defense wasn't ready for it. So that was a good drive by him. It was a good drive. He ain't gonna have too many of them. Well, maybe he is actually. He has 2 or 3. But he actually returns a kick for a touchdown on me too. That pissed me off. But the truth of the matter is, a lot of times when I kick the ball off, I don't even be paying attention. And I gotta do better because I've given up a few touchdowns doing that. And I've only scored the whole of the year. I've only scored probably 2 or 3 kick return touchdowns myself. Like, I don't have some formula for doing it. I suck at it. I usually don't return it, to be honest. I don't even bother. Alright, so here we go. We're just gonna keep giving him this trap. We're picking up 4 or 5 yards. That's good. I'm very happy with that. I'm not over here trying to get 10 and 12 yards every run. That would be great, but it ain't needed to be successful. This game's a whole lot longer than one drive, one snap. We got to put them all together. See, I had B there, but I hesitated. So I just roll out. Derek Carr actually a little bit faster than I thought. Like, that wasn't a bad rollout at all. It's not Lamar Jackson or Patrick Mahomes, but it's a lot better than Tom Brady. So that's cool. Now this looked like a cover 0. So I think I was setting up the bomb just to see if I could get over top here. And I had him, but he did a good job with the user sack. So that's okay. So I hurried up, 4th and 7. I feel confident because I know that I can get over the top of this defense. It's just a matter of me now realizing what's coming and making sure I'm adjusted for it. But he switched to a zone now, it looks like. I think it was a cover 2. Or no, I was one of the match coverages, I think. But that's okay because I know I'm just going to make my reach. And I got axe this time. Sorry, the video got a little bit jumpy. I don't know what was going on there. I think it happened for about a minute or 2. But you see, I made a good read. Now we can go ahead and hit our bubble. And to be honest, he did a good job on that. I tell you what though, if you see there, I actually moved the cursor over to one of my players, but I didn't motion anybody. I do that a lot because I use so much motion that I feel like once you see that cursor moving around, you're gonna wait for the motion. So sometimes if I snap the ball without motioning, it might catch you a little bit unprepared. I play all these little games in the course of a game. All these games. So when I'm on defense and I know somebody motions a lot, I don't even pay attention to what they're doing with the cursor. I got my defense set. I got my defense ready. If I see somebody moving, then I pay attention to him. The only thing that catches my attention is if the cursor hits an offensive lineman. Then I'm expecting a run. Other than that, I don't care what your cursor's doing. Now, he's showing a cover 0 look, but I think it dropped into a zone. Yeah, see, so he started doing a lot of all that. And that's cool. Once I see you doing it, that's cool, because I don't rely on what your defense is. I rely on what my reads are. And right there, I should have passed it a second earlier and possession called it. But that's cool. You don't hit them all. In fact, I think I finished this game with 1 missed pass, so you just seen it. We're not going to miss another pass for the rest of the game. Yeah, we were like 17 for 18 or something like that. And from all the feedback I'm getting from y'all, that's the same type of games y'all having. And that's the type of games y'all gonna have, because these reads are easy. It's not a complicated offense. Not unless you're trying to defend it. Alright, so we're gonna motion in here. We're not even worrying about flipping the playback and all that. But I tell you what, I actually had the screen called instead of the trap. I meant to have the trap called, but I looked at the defense and I said, I could probably get 5 yards throwing the screen. So throw the screen. It's the same 5 yards I wanted on the trap, right? Don't matter. To be honest, that screen isn't bad. The screen isn't bad at all. I just don't have room for it. And because it's going to the same side as the trips, the bubble screen, I'm not trying to make room for it. Because if somebody's adjusting for a screen, they're adjusting for a screen, right? Yeah, you have 1 extra blocker, but the bubble's more effective for me. So I do that. And here we go, we got shed again. And that's okay, that's going to happen. That's not going to scare me from my offense, though. See, when you know what works, Richard Sherman was saying it about the Cowboys defense, matter of fact. He was saying the problem with them is they try to do too much, so they don't have something to fall back on when they get into issues. So me, when I have a 3rd down or a 4th down, I don't sweat it because I know what works. So here, I keep an eye on both of those dudes breaking on the inside. I kind of look in the middle of the field, so my peripheral vision kind of shows me where the defenders are on either side. And then you just make your read. So I told y'all inside switch, that's my money in the red zone. So y'all already seen me go to the pistol formation twice in the red zone and score twice in the red zone. So believe me when I tell y'all, I definitely run the trap and the bubble pass and all that stuff out of the single back formation in the red zone as well. But I love that pistol trips left open in the red zone. I think it's clean. It really works well. I've had a lot of success with it. This is the one he returns, by the way. And y'all can see, I forgot about the timeout that I spent on my defense in the first quarter. So I actually screw up the next possession big time, bro. I thought I had 3 timeouts, so I'm wasting time. One thing, I'll allow the clock to run because I believe in my offense. So I'm letting the clock run. I think there's one point where the clock's running and I'm even flipping my offense, flipping sides of the field and all that stuff. Because in my head, I had another timeout. So by the time I realized I didn't, it was too late and I let the clock run out. And yeah, I was a little aggravated with myself, but I still knew I was going to win the game. So, you just gotta pick the ball up and keep moving, man. You gotta pick the ball up and keep moving. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Can't rewind and get the possession back. You damn sure couldn't get the timeout back. I was smashing the timeout button like, yo, where it is? It's alright though. Again, and I think it boils down to focus. My main focus is a certain thing, and I'm not even paying attention to other things like I should be. But the other thing too is I wasn't even gonna pick up the sticks yesterday because I wanted to take a break after all the work I put in dropping in those last 4 volumes the other day. But I was just thinking about y'all and I said, you know what? Let me make sure I can give a gameplay that kind of aligns with the PDF that I sent. In terms of the foundation, I don't think I need to show the situational plays a whole bunch in game, but I do want to show that the highlighted aspects of this offense, they run the way that I say they run for me, and they run successfully. So, like I said, feel free to to vary your offense. Feel free to do your offense different, do however you like. I myself do use the situational stuff a little bit more than I did in this game. I didn't use it at all in this game. So just know that. Look at this pocket, yo. It's a dot. So just know that. And see, this is why I don't mind letting the clock run, because I know I can hit one or two of them and be in range, you know. But anyway, like I said, I definitely caught slipping. But yeah, I mean, run y'all offense how y'all want to run y'all offense. Let me know how it's going. And if you want me to do more of these gameplay vids, absolutely let me know. I don't got a problem dropping one of these in like every day or two, because I play enough games. And then right here, man, I called this play intentionally to get out of bounds and not able to. So of course that 8-second runoff killed the game. And then I was mashing A trying to hike the ball, and of course I ended up passing it. So that whole possession was whack. But at least you're able to see some of the pass setups that are, you're pulling to get down the field or whatever. But it was a waste. And then of course I'm kicking the ball away, so being up 21-14 would have been perfect. But it's not necessary, because what you got to remember at this point is he scored on me twice. The first time I never got settled on defense, and that's no excuse. But in my head, I know that I can defend the things he was throwing out there better than I did. And the second time was a kick return. If you're going to get another kick return in the game, then you go get your kick return. But I'm going to rely on my coverage unit not to give up another one. You see? But see, like I said, now I'm out here defending him. His offense isn't complicated. He's doing things that everybody does. And I'm going to patrol the middle of the field. That ain't a problem. So doubles wide off. And he started hitting me with a couple of different formations. So now it's just about gathering information. What is he doing when he's in this formation? How is he playing? And if you're going to be doing all of these things, then good luck. Because it's few and far between who are successful running that type of stuff on me. Few and far between. And to me, that just lets me know, like, you came out of your base offense that quick. I mean, I don't know. And see, now if somebody starts hitting me with those on a regular, those outside curls and things like that, comeback routes and all that, then I just change my purples. They start at 25. I check them at 20. I check them at 15. Eventually, you get in a position where you lock it down. And I actually picked one off the other day because I changed my purples. This dude was spamming that on me. He was no huddling. And then as soon as he finally huddled, I changed my purples and picked him off. So remember that. You gotta, if you need to, you change those coaching adjustments. You set them at the beginning of the game, but just like anything else, you gotta change them. You gotta change them. There's one big chess game, baby. Y'all see that movie Queen's Gambit, by the way, on Netflix? Shit badass, yo. Y'all gotta check that out. Y'all got to check that out, man. That girl, she's insane. It's not a movie, it's a limited series, actually. But check it out. Anybody seen it, let me know. Alright. See, so he took a shot there. That wasn't happening. Now, see, the problem with that is that he probably could have did that if he was 17 yards back, like at the 50. Because his speed would have won out. But now he don't got enough room to beat me with that speed. And boy, I thought D-Hop caught this one. Let me tell you. D-Hop does catch one later in the game that is D-Hop doing D-Hop. Actually, it might even be now. I don't know. But and you can't be mad at Madden for giving them some of those sorts of catches, because at the end of the day, that's why you use the Cardinals, right? And I know for damn sure when I'm using Tampa Bay and Mike Evans, Moss's people, I'm happy about it. See, so we had him to 3. And I think it was smart of him to go for this 3 because his offense wasn't moving too well. I think his quarterback's throwing maybe 60%, maybe 65, something like that. So he's not as confident in his offense. Me personally, I'm going for that because my quarterback's only missed one pass and I knew it was a timing thing, right? So when I find myself in that position, I'm not worried about it. I don't need the 3 that bad. But if I'm struggling, then yeah, I might kick it. And so here we go. And right now, the whole playbook's open to us. The whole playbook. And we're going to start off with a run. But we're doing the exact same hot routes as if we were doing the money play. And we're going to pick up some yards with our backup running back. By the way, I chose to use the Raiders because I had a brethren who I'm doing a defensive ebook with right now, and he said he's gonna check out the run and shoot. He's gonna pick it up this weekend, and he wanted to know if he could use the Raiders with it. He thought he had to change his team because he didn't think the Raiders would be a good fit for run and shoot. So I told him, I said, the way that we run and shoot, you could really use any team. So I told him I would use the Raiders in a game and get back to him. So I was actually sending him WhatsApp messages through the game like, yo, the Raiders are money, bro. Like, you straight. But I never told him I wasn't even using Josh. So I got to tell him the Raiders ran all over this dude, and I was using the backup running back. So if he want to stick to the Raiders, then by all means. Joke is, he said he wants to use the Panthers. And I was smoking dudes with the Panthers, was it 2 nights ago? With this offense too. So I told him, I said, yeah, I mean, Panthers are fun. The Panthers got a lot of speed at wide receiver, at halfback, obviously Christian McCaffrey, linebacker, and the cornerbacks, and the strong safety. Look at this run, and that was the computer that we put a move on, by the way. So knowing angles, knowing speed, change of direction, change your direction and pace. You can run past the QB without all the other juke moves and spin moves and all that stuff. But you gotta just have your timing right. So here we go, up 21-17. Third quarter's about to end. But yeah, so yeah, the Panthers are fun. Actually, my one issue with the Raiders, and I think it's gonna boil down to me just checking out the defensive backs. I didn't feel like my user was that smooth, and I typically use like Ryan Smith for the Buccaneers, Tyrann Mathieu for the Chiefs. I mean, he isn't even fair. He's an amazing user. So dudes like that, but for some reason, Abrams got the speed, and they say he's got the agility, but I don't know. Maybe I gotta check his numbers again. Maybe I was wrong on the agility. I know the speed is like 92, but to be honest, agility is more important than speed with the user, for me anyway, because I gotta get around. I change direction a lot, and I bait a lot. So speed's important, but I gotta be able to cut, get around, and I just didn't feel like I could do that with this dude. But I'm sure they got somebody on their squad that I could do it with. So it's just about me looking through there and making a better decision next time I use them. Because to be honest, I enjoyed using them, and I'm gonna do it again, especially with old dude in the game, Josh Jacobs. And then the only unfortunate thing is Darren Waller is one of the best players, and we run a 4 tight end offense. Could I do it with a tight end? Yeah, but why? And the Raiders receivers are actually really good for this, because you got Ruggs, who's fast, Nelson Aguilar, and can't remember who the other dude was, but they had 2 who had great agility, and those are the 2 you want in the slots, and then you want a real fast guy on the outside, and Ruggs was that. Ruggs' agility wasn't as high as those other 2, but he's the fastest. So I mean, the receivers actually built really well for this. And then of course Josh Jacobs, because the backup dude over here, he was averaging, I want to say it was 7 yards a carry at the end of the game. So anytime I got Jacobs in there and I'm finishing off those runs with a truck, you falling forward. Maybe you're looking at an 8-yard average, 9-yard average, just because of that. Look at old man Fitz. He one of them dudes in the league that everybody like. You can't dislike Fitzgerald, man. He's just a good dude. He's having a good drive right now, though. He's definitely moving the ball efficiently. This is the one D-Hop catches right here. Look at that. Boy, but like I said, I'm not even mad when they do that, because I get 1 or 2 of those every now and again, too. So I can't be pissed off at Madden for giving it to somebody else, right? Oh, this is that blitz I like to do. It's decent run defense, too. The gap press. I'm going to include that in the 4-6 if I ever put it together. I'm going to try to put it together. But I'm going to include that in there. Gun tight slots. So a lot of times against these tight formations, that's when I start to shade outside. But he got me there. And I think Fitz leans in too. Yeah, and that's cool. If you're going to score, then, leave me with a minute. That's plenty time. Oh, 2 minutes it was. Yeah, 1 minute 55 seconds. That's plenty time. So we're going to go up here and get this dub right fast. 9 plays, 73 yards, 3 minutes 48 seconds. Yeah, he drove the ball well on me for sure. I don't like that at all. But that's all good. This is a great position to be in. I would rather be down 3 with 2 minutes left than up 3 with 2 minutes, well, and the ball, than up 3 with 2 minutes left and my opponent with the ball. I mean, I believe in my defense, of course, but if anybody's going to have possession of the ball right now with a 3-point game, I'd rather it be me, whether I was winning or losing. I'm absolutely comfortable in these situations. See? And we're going to run the ball. We don't feel flustered. We don't feel like we need to go ahead and get into gun spread and start throwing circle, moving the ball around and all that. We got inches to go. Watch, we're going to run it again. See, this is one thing we gotta realize, and I see it a lot. Dudes get into the Hail Mary offenses way too early. Dudes get into the Hail Mary defenses to prevent man 3 under way too early, or man 3 deep way too early, man. So when I see people doing it to me, like he did at the end of the first half, I'm like, okay, I'll pick up some yards on you. Yeah, nah. If I'm going into prevent defense, it's pretty much under 10 seconds. Yeah, pretty much under 10 seconds. Unless I see my opponent in Hail Mary offense. Last year, because the blitz was so good, even when you was in Hail Mary offense, I was in 3-4 bear. I'm not even playing. I was blitzing the hell out of dudes that was in the Hail Mary offenses and getting home. I mean, I was knocking dudes on their backside, bro. So 35 seconds, right around our 30-yard line, and we're still comfortable. 3rd and 19, we're still comfortable. I'm gonna put a smart runner out over here because they backed up. See, now this is where he messed up. He should have been more aggressive. So I put a smart runner out here, and I'm gonna have the crossing route. So I got options. I'll take the crossing route because it's open. Now we're looking at 4th and inches. Now he screwed up here because he thought that I was worried about the first down. Let me tell you something. 4th and inches, I'm not worried about because my QB isn't missing passes. So I'm not over here saying I need to run the ball and use my last time out. No, bro. I'm passing the ball and I'm looking for the sidelines. Unless you do something stupid, which is what he's about to do. He pinches everybody. He's about to bring down the safety over the trip side. Watch him. He's about to bring him down. And that's where Ruggs is going. So y'all already know what's about to happen, right? Look at all the grass in front of my boy. Look at that. Man, to be honest, I should have sat down at the goal line. But that's all right. We take the touch. So now what is it? It's game over now. Because we're about to kick this, make it a 4-point game. You ain't getting in the end zone on me in 22 seconds. So that's it. Now y'all can see how the offense work. And you see, I think twice I switched to a different formation, which was the pistol formation. Each time was in the red zone. Each time I ran one play and scored. I never went into either one of the gun formations. Never even set the audibles for them. Now I usually set the audibles for all of them every game because they are situational. I do like to have them, but I just want to show you that I need them. See this guy? He goes into Hail Mary way too early. It don't make no sense. And then I never even used curl flat corner. I used curl flat wheel one time. I thought it was a cover 2. It wasn't, so I hit the out route. And I used a different version of PA slot stretch that time, and I did the deep out. But you see, the bread and butter is all you need, baby. It's all you really need. Absolutely mixing them other things. I'm not saying not to, and I'm not saying that I don't, because I do. You'll see me use those situational things a little bit more than I did in this game. This was just strictly to show y'all that you don't have to. You can win. Just sticking to the rules. Because that's serious. To me, the gameplay, the way I have it laid out, it's a set of rules for me. And I do that with every one of my offenses. It's step 1, step 2, step 3. When I come out, what do I see? Yes, do this. No, do that. Move on to this step. What do I see? Literally. And I have a lot of success with it. I do. Well, I absolutely lose games. I mean, I lose a lot of games because I spend a lot of time labbing. I mean, right now, I'm doing 4 different offenses. So I'm going in game with things that I've only labbed for 5 and 10 minutes at a time. But that's how I usually know which offense I wanna run legit. Like this, man, I labbed it for 5 or 10 minutes before I took in the game the first time, and I just ran up and down the field on the dude. You know, so that's when I just knew. I was like, yo, this offense is gonna be it, man. And the more I lapped it, the better it got. Every single time I took this thing on the practice field, the better it got. So I couldn't let this be a YouTube video or a personal scheme. Like this was gonna be the one that I was really gonna dig my hands into for y'all that's out here trying to get down and get grimy, you know? These are the big ones, these are the important ones. So that's that. You know what? They're gonna show the stats in a minute too. So you'll see the second quarters where we really won it, and then we just control the rock after that. Oh no, actually he went out the second quarter. Ha. Anyway, hey, one thing I noticed, man, is it just me, but I could win by 50 points and they will show highlights of my opponent every time. So you see no takeaways on either side. 269 yards passing, 96 yards rushing. Decent balance, 11 yards per play. And I'm averaging like 9 yards per run on the trap right now. Overall, this game was probably 7 yards. Yeah, Kyler, maybe next time. Well, Madden did alright with these graphics. Look at the people. They're gonna have to change it though, because they got a social distance now. That ain't what it really looked like in 2020. they gotta put a little more space between these folks. 94.4 completion percent. You see that? 17 for 18, 283 yards passing, and 2 touches. Bro, we played a good game. Now look at our backup running back. 90 yards on a 6.9 average. And he got 2 touchdowns. Let's go look at the receivers, because we spread the ball around too. It was like 4 catches. Ruggs catching them big boys. Renfro and Aguilar controlling the tempo in the game. You see? This is what you want to be doing. This is how it looks, guys. Anyway, we'll talk about it later. Keep giving them hell.
Turn the volume up and bang it out the truck now. Turn the volume up and bang it out the truck now. Turn the volume up and bang it out the truck now. Turn the volume up and bang it out the truck now. Turn the volume